Okay. So the first thing I want to tell you, and as I said, if you have a strap, there's a pose at the end, and a substitute is fine. The first thing I want to let you know is that I have an injured or an unhappy right knee. So unhappy that she screamed at me all day yesterday. Much, much better today. I took good care. And but there are some things I cannot do, but I will talk you through certain poses. There's one pose that I do want us to demonstrate. I do want you to see, and that's coming a little bit later when we're on our back. And I have recruited Bill to help us when we get there, and he agreed without coercion. He's happy to help us out. Okay, so let's get to our comfortable Sukhasana, and you'll notice one leg is outstretched, and that is why, because of that bad knee. So you get to your comfortable seat, whatever that might be. Another way to sit would be with the soles of your feet together, and I think I will do that. Yeah. So one thing I can do. All right. So I don't know if you saw that amazing moon last night, but just as we were going to sleep, I turned and I said to Bill, where is that light coming from? It's like the shades were all lit up. And then this morning when I got up and it was still dark, I saw it, this gorgeous, gorgeous moon. The sky was clear, and there it was. And it is called the wolf moon. And it gets that name because at this time of year, wherever wolves hang out, they start to howl and howl and howl because of the coming of mating season, and that would be spring. So it's a very hopeful moon, I'm thinking, a very positive idea. So let's keep that in mind throughout this practice. This practice will be devoted mostly, all yoga classes, you exercise everything from your toes to every body part. However, we're going to put emphasis on building our core. And our core is not just our abs, it's everything all the way around, including the dorsi over here, including your QL muscle, your quadratus lumborum, which is your lower back muscle, that really gives you problems, that yells at you a lot, right? So it works everything in this belt around here. All right, and we're going to work on that area today. All right. One of the poses that we do a lot in yoga that is excellent for the core are twists. So we're going to be doing a lot of those. So we'll do one warm up first. Oh, pranayama, we have to do our breath first. So come to sit, close your eyes, and come inside. And focus on your breath. On your first very deep breath, deep, 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 feel your belly going toward your spine. Inhale, and then exhale, allow it to expand. Inhale, feel your core muscles contracting, not contracting, but stretching. And exhale, they relax. So when you breathe in, feel yourself filled with air. When you exhale, think about letting go of everything you no longer need, letting go of the physical toxins, mental toxins, whatever kind of toxins you might have. And come back to your natural breath. Come to sit, so you may be in a cross-legged position. Hands alongside your hips, and we're going to do a lateral stretch over to the right. So your right hand moves away from your hips, your left arm alongside your left ear, and you're going to stretch fingertips moving so that your whole left side body from your hips all the way up your arm to your fingertips get stretched. Make an effort to bend your right elbow so that your shoulder moves away from your ear to keep tension away from your neck. On an inhale, both arms come to center. Exhale, send your arms back behind you in Yoga Mudra, which is interlaced fingers. Send them back behind you, knuckles on the mat, heart to the sky, little baby back bend. Take a deep inhale, and on your exhale, you're going to bow forward. Make your folds from your hip sockets, not your belly. Send your knuckles straight out back behind you, stretching your shoulders a little bit. Crown of your head is moving forward. As you bring your knuckles down, unfold. Come to center. Right. So we're going to work our twists, and I want to show you something first. So when you inhale, you're actually filling up with air, right? You expand a little bit. But in relationship to your abdominal muscles, put your hand by your belly. Inhale and feel those internal abdominals, feel them stretching for you. And when you exhale and you're empty of breath, you get the room you need to move a little bit. So we're going to be doing a lot of poses that have curls in them, where you'll be inhaling to engage those abs, exhaling to make room and use those abs. So we're going to do that right now. You're going to inhale, and then on an exhale, twist to the right. You're looking over your right shoulder. Your left hand is on your right knee. Inhale. Get nice and tall. Feel the stretch. And when you're empty of breath and there's room, twist a little bit more. Twisting helps you to engage not just your middle ab muscles, but there's a muscle that wraps all the way around, horizontal one called the transverse abdominis. It's a horizontal, largest horizontal muscle in your body, and you are now stretching it. Inhale, exhale, come to center. Take a breath. Inhale, exhale, other side. Look over your left shoulder. Come to center. Right. Send your arms back behind you. You're going to rest on your wrists, your fingers pointing forward, so that you will have a little bit deeper back bend, nose to the sky. Send your heart up. Deep, deep inhale and a sigh out through your mouth. Inhale. Ha. Twice more. Ha. Ha. They call those dragon breaths. Bounce off your fingers, fold over your legs. And unfold. Oh, I didn't do the other side? Oh, I have just been told we didn't do the left side. This way? Okay, we didn't do the left side, sorry. Oh, well, we did twist both sides. Yeah. Okay. All right, here we go. Send your legs straight out in front of us, in front of you. Dandasana. So your hands are alongside your hips, fingers pointing forward, elbows moving back, toes to the sky, leg muscles engaged. On an inhale, you're going to gather all the energy around you. Exhale, bring it to your heart. This time, you're going to leave your heels where they are, but bend your elbows. Inhale. And then exhale, point and straighten. Inhale, bend and flex. Exhale, point and straighten. Inhale, bend and flex. Exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Excellent. Bring your feet to the mat. And make sure you're sitting on your sits bones. You want to have imagine that this is a pivot point, your sits bones are. You're going to bring your toes to the mat and bring your hands behind your thighs. So when you bring your toes to the mat, you notice that your back slid back a little bit. Slide, all right. So let's start with one leg and bring it down. Other leg, bring it down parallel with the mat, and then go back and forth. And then bring them both together at a right angle, kind of a right angle. And then maybe you'll release your arms, maybe you'll straighten your legs. And then release. All right, so we're going to do that one more time because this time I want you to make special notice that it's your core that's holding you up, not your legs. All right, not your, and it should be your core. So come onto your tiptoes again. Now come, you can leave your legs like this, you can straighten them, and it's your abdominal muscles that's holding you up, not your legs. And bring them down whenever you're ready. Okay, good. Gonna come onto our hands and knees. I'm going to start with some cats and dogs. On an inhale, you're going to curl your spine toward the mat. On an exhale, cat spine arching to the sky. Remember to check your alignment, wrists under shoulders. Inhale, knees under hips. Exhale, cat. Go in your own time, noticing every little detail about this pose, this little sequence. This is a little mini vinyasa, cats and dogs, or maybe you call it cats and cows. And then come to a neutral spine. Come to the top of your mat so that you have room behind you when you extend your right leg. Ball of the right foot is on the mat. You're going to swivel your right foot on the mat, fan open to the right. Check your feet. Check that your left toes are pointing to your right arch. Fingers to the sky. Make sure your shoulders over your wrist. Send your right arm alongside your right ear, your right toes in the opposite direction for a full side body stretch. And bring it down. Send your left leg straight out behind you. Ball of your foot on the mat. Swivel that foot. Fan open. Send your arm alongside your ear, full side body stretch. And bring it down. Okay, send your right leg back behind you. You're on the ball of your foot, you're on your mat. You're going to lift your right leg hip high. Make sure your hips are even, so you could use the back of your left hand or forearm. And then extend your left arm alongside your left ear. Try to push your right leg back behind you as if you're standing on the wall behind you. Your fingers moving to the opposite wall. Bring your hand down, bring your knee down. Let's do the other side. Send your left leg out behind you. Lift it up hip high, check your hip alignment. Send the sole of your left foot on the wall behind you, your fingers to the wall opposite. So your arm is outstretched. And bring it down. Okay, so we're going to do that again. We're going to add a little bit onto it. So send your right leg back, lift it up hip high, left arm alongside left ear. You're going to bend your elbow, bend your knee. And before you do anything, just listen so that you get your knee in the right place and your elbow. So you want your nose and your knee to sort of come toward each other and your elbow towards your waist. All right, so here we go. Inhale, exhale, nose to knee, elbow to waist. Inhale, stretch. Exhale, call on those abs. Inhale, stretch. Exhale, abs. Inhale, stretch. Keep it going. You can slow it down. You can stop it at any time. You can come to a child's pose. And then bring it down. Left leg behind you, lift it hip high. Right arm alongside right ear. Bend elbow, bend knee. Inhale, exhale, curl. Inhale, stretch. Exhale, curl. Inhale, stretch. Keep it going. And when you're ready, come on down. Take a breath and come to child's pose. Come back up to table, Baddhasana. Right. Send your right leg back behind you. Send your left leg back behind you to come directly to a plank. You're going to hold your plank for a little bit, because what we want to do is make sure that you're engaging all of your core muscles. Plank is an amazing pose for both your core strength and your upper body strength. Inhale, and then on an exhale, downward facing dog. Get your alignment, chest to thighs, pushing the mat away with your hands energetically, heels towards the mat. And once you get there, begin to walk your dog. Bend one knee and then the other. You're going to come forward to plank. Now, there are a couple of ways you can do a side plank, Vasisthasana. And so take a look at me. You can stop for a moment to look at your screen. And you can swivel on your feet. You can keep your feet far away from each other and then swivel so that you come one foot in front of the other as you come to a side plank, fingers to the sky. Or you can pile one leg on top of the other. Bring your hand down, downward facing dog. Come forward to plank. And do the side plank of your choice. You can even step your left leg outside of the mat and swivel just on your right leg so that your left leg becomes like a kickstand on a bike, holding you up. Or you can stack, or you can slide. Down dog. Come forward to plank, bring your knees to the mat. Come to sit up on your heels for just a moment. And you're going to roll over onto one side or the other and lengthen your legs out in front of you. Take a few breaths in Dandasana. Send your arms straight out in front of you, palms facing each other. We're going to try a count of 25 to bring us down to the mat. And before we move, think about the possibility of your back when you get all the way down hitting the mat. We don't want that, so bring your forearms down to catch yourself if that should happen. Now you can change your count to 20 or 15, but maybe we can try for 25. To a count of 25, you're going to very slowly, very, very slowly make your way down to the back, to the mat, to come onto your back. And you'll notice as you come closer to the mat how you need to use those core muscles to help keep your back from hitting the mat involuntarily. As slow as you can, call on those muscles. They're there for you to use. Call on them. Let them hold you up. And then when you make it all the way down, take a breath. So we're going to start with a full body stretch. Bring your knees into your chest, and you need to listen to me carefully to to get this, because as someone pointed out last time, when your legs are crossed, you don't know which one is the left and which one is the right, which is true. So take your time, all right? So your knees are into your chest. You're going to cross your right ankle over your left ankle. You're going to bring your knees as close as you can to your chest, and then you're going to reach with your hands to take your left foot with your right hand, your right foot with your left hand. All right, so you're just hanging out here on your back, holding your feet. You're going to release your right foot and step it on the mat in front of your hips or a little farther down the mat. You're still holding your left foot. You're going to bring your left knee down to the mat while you continue to hold your left foot. All right, so right foot pushing into the mat. You're going to send your left arm alongside your left ear overhead, back behind you. You're going to make sure that you're in a position where you can push your right foot into the mat so that your right knee goes towards the ceiling, not splayed open to the side. And now you're going to lift your right hip, lift it and stretch your arm, push your right foot into the mat and stretch. This is a psoas stretch, your hip flexors. It's stretching just about everything, including your core. Nice twist. And then bring your hip down. We're going to do that once more. Lift your hip. Any amount. And then bring it down. Release your arms, untangle your legs, bring your knees back into your chest. This time, right ankle, left ankle over right. So the opposite of what we did last time. Take your feet with your hands. This time, you release your left foot, put it on the mat. Allow your right knee to come down to the mat. You're holding your right foot. Right arm reaches back behind you alongside your ear. Left knee to the ceiling, left foot pushes into the earth. Inhale, lift your left hip. Exhale, bring it down. Once more. Inhale, lift. Stretch, stretch. Push that foot in the mat. And bring it down. All right. Okay, good. Okay, so for our next, oh no, we're going to do leg lifts first. Leg lifts. Okay, so come back down on your mat. You were already there. Both legs reach for the sky. So try to get your legs directly over your hips, right? And the reason for that is that we want to, again, work on our core. So they need to be in this position. Send your arms straight out to the side, like in a T shape. On an inhale, you're going to send your right leg all the way down towards the mat. It's going to hover maybe an inch or two from the mat. It's not touching the mat. You're going to push your right foot away, push right out of your hip socket as if you were going to step on the wall opposite it. Exhale your leg back up. Inhale your left leg, push it away. Exhale it back up. Inhale right, push. Exhale lift. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Feel those abs working for you. Feel that stretch with your breath. Feel your abs working. Did I say that enough times? Okay. Bring your feet up once more on each side. And bring the soles of your feet to the mat. And just relax. So modeling for us today. So I'd like you to sit up for a second or come up where you can see. I cannot do this because of my knee. All right. So you're going to be flat on your back with your feet on the mat, toes pointing to the ceiling. And then you're going to bring your knees into your chest and hug them. Roll from side to side. Then come to center. All right. You're going to lift your shoulders on an exhale. Lift your shoulders and your head, your nose coming toward your knees. They aren't going to touch, but they're moving in that direction. And bring it back down to the mat. All right. You're going to lift your head and shoulders again on an exhale. You're going to release your knees, send your feet straight along the mat, your arms overhead. Bring your knees back in your chest, hug them. Inhale, lengthen. Keep going. Exhale, curl. Inhale, lengthen. Pause the next time your knees are into your chest. You can bring your head and shoulders down to the mat. Now, I want to show you something with this pose. You'll do it with me as you wish. And I asked you to keep your legs and feet close to the mat. That's the most challenging. Could be a little hard on your lower back, which is why it's so important to use your abdominal muscles to protect your lower back muscles. But what you also need to know is that you can still do this pose, and if you would do it with your legs a little higher, with your legs a little bit when you stretch. So I'm going to ask Bill to do that. So inhale, exhale. So your legs are higher, that's a little bit easier, and then come back in. So they could be anywhere from all the way up here, all the way down to your mat. Good. Now do it your usual way, coming close to the mat, which is more work on your core, the closer your legs are to the mat. But it's still a good workout, because it depends on your body and how you feel today, right? All right, good. You can stop now, or not. Thank you. All right. So you're probably on your back now. Bring your feet into your knees, into your chest. Place your hands on the mat, your palms down. You're going to push into the palms of your hands, lift your hips, and then roll up to sit. Roll back down, lift your hips, roll up to sit. Keep it going. You can do this as many times as you like. It's lots of fun. And then you're going to come up to sit. All right. All right, good. Okay, so you're seated. Place your feet on the mat, soles of your feet on the mat, and come down onto your forearms. All right, so try to get your elbows under your shoulders. I'm not sure I'm there. Okay, so look at my legs. This is a mountain. This is a molehill. Okay, so we want to start with a molehill and then we'll make a mountain, right? Okay, so come onto your heels so that your molehill can be really low and still comfortable. So we're going to do sit-ups. And again, here's a case where you want to use your breath and your core muscles together to help you on your exhale to lift up. So you're going to inhale, press your forearms into the mat, your wrists into the mat, and come up and move forward. Inhale, roll back down onto your forearms. Exhale, come up and forward. Inhale. Exhale, any amount. Some of you will come up just a little, some of you will come really far. Eventually, you'll come far. And it depends on how you're feeling today, all right? And next time you're seated, pause. So now we're going to make a mountain, I have to say it, out of our molehill. Come back onto your forearms. It's harder this way, all right? Inhale, exhale. Inhale, roll back. Exhale, come up. Inhale, and exhale, pause. Lengthen your legs. All right. Come back onto your forearms and then make your way all the way down onto the mat. So now we're going to do another level of sit-up. So place your molehill on the mat. Yeah, we're going to start with the molehill, and we're going to start with our arms overhead. Inhale, feel the stretch. Exhale, come up. Inhale, come all the way down. So if this is not for you, you do the one we were just doing. Exhale, lift. Inhale on your back, arms above. Exhale, lift, and stay up. So you might be on your forearms here. So what we're going to do now is try not to use our arms and shoulders so much. And why? Because when you push with your arms and shoulders, you're not using your core. So the temptation is there. That's why, using your arms a little bit this way is actually better than straining your shoulders. All right. So let's keep our arms down alongside our body. Inhale, exhale, come up, stretch your arms. Inhale, lie flat on the mat. Exhale. Once more. Inhale, exhale, and pause. Okay. So we talked about the goddess, right? I mean the moon. So with every moon conversation, I have to have a goddess in my class. So bring the soles of your feet together, your knees out to the side. Walk your hands back and come all the way down onto your back. So you have these goddess legs. So again, you might want to go to sit-up number 1, or you might just want to hang out and go to Shavasana for a few minutes. All right. But some of you may wish to try our goddess sit-up. So your arms are overhead, elbows bent, your hands in Anjali Mudra, in prayer pose. So they look just like your feet, your arms and hands. You're going to inhale, and on an exhale, you're going to lift up, bring your prayer straight out. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale. Come up with your hands in front of you. Inhale. Exhale. Last time. Inhale. Exhale. Fold over your legs. All right. One last thing on our back, and I'm going to move over here so I can make sure that you can see me a little bit. Okay. So we're going to do what's called Jatara Parivartanasana, which means the belly twisting pose. So you'll come all the way down on your back. You're going to press your feet into the mat. Lift your hips a little bit, send them to the left. Bring your knees into your chest, your arms straight out in a T shape. You're going to inhale, and on an exhale, send your knees toward your elbow. They will probably not touch your elbow, but they're going in that direction. Turn your gaze over your left arm. You want to, as well as possible, keep both shoulders on the mat. Big belly twisting pose. Now, some of you will wish to straighten your legs, and by that I mean your upper leg stays right where they are. You're just unbending your legs. Your toes may come near your fingers. Keep looking to the left. Bend your knees. Turn to center. Bring your feet to the mat. Come to center with your hips, and then over to the other side. So now you'll lift your hips and take them over to the right a little bit, your knees into your chest, arms in a T shape. Knees toward your left elbow. Toward is the operative word here. Turn to look over your right arm. You stay right here, or maybe you'll stretch your legs so that they come toward your hand. So your legs may not go that high. You may have learned that from the other side. They may just be out straight. That's perfectly fine. But don't bring your hand to your feet. It's your feet to your hand, or just hang out, leave them where they are. All right. Bend your knees, bring them into your chest, come to center. Press your feet onto the mat and center yourself on the mat. And just breathe here for a few breaths. Just breathe. Catch your breath. Your feet are on the mat. Your knees are bent. You're going to roll onto one side. Bring your right hand in front of your chest and make your way up to sit. I think it's time for us to actually come up to stand. All right. Okay. So I know core classes are challenging, right? Come to your mountain. Send your shoulders forward, up, back, and down. Let your arms fall naturally. Let's do a sun breath. Inhale and exhale. Again, inhale and exhale. Oh, yeah. Okay, so come to the top of your mat. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come halfway to a flat back. Exhale, fold. Your right leg goes back behind you. Place your right hand underneath your right shoulder. Check your low lunge. Make sure all 10 toes are pointing forward. Each leg is in its own lane. Bring your left hand to your left thigh. Inhale, on an exhale, big twist, belly button toward your left knee. Then extend your arm to the sky. Bring your left hand down, downward facing dog. You're going to lift your right leg all the way up to the sky. Bend your knee, send your right foot to your left buttock, opening up your hips. Knee towards the sky, opening your hip. And then bring your pelvis to parallel with your mat. Stretch your right leg behind you. And send it behind your left leg and place your right toes on your left heel. Yes, you heard that right. Your right leg is behind your left. Your toes and the ball of your foot is resting on your heel of your left foot. You're in a three-limb dog. Inhale and exhale. Inhale to a three-limbed plank. Use that core to maintain your distance from the mat, to keep that long, straight line from the crown of your head to your heels. Exhale, three-limbed dog. Inhale. Uncross your leg. You're in plank. Down dog. Step your right leg forward 1, 2, or 3 steps to get there. Bring your left knee to the mat. Turn over your toes. Inhale, send your arms up to the sky. Your hips are sliding forward for Anjani Asana. You're going to bring your arms inside your right leg, hands to the mat. So your hands and your feet should be on the same line. Your right leg at a right angle, your lower leg. You want to bend your left knee. You're going to reach around with your right arm, send your left foot a little over to the right so you can take hold of your left foot and twist to your right leg. Or not, you could have stayed anywhere along the line. You know that, right? So if you would like to go a little deeper, this is called twisted monkey. You can bring your left forearm to the mat. Release your leg, bring your hand down. Straddle your right leg with your hands. Turn under your left toes, lift your knee away from the mat, three-legged dog. So your right leg up to the sky. Bend your right knee, step it forward. Step your left leg forward, Uttanasana. Fly out and up and down the central line. Okay. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Left leg goes back, left hand, wrist under left shoulder, right hand on right thigh. Twist, extend. Bring your right hand down, downward facing dog. Lift your left leg up to the sky. Right heel comes towards the mat as you do that. Then open up your hip by bending your knee, sending your foot toward your right buttock, and open up that hip. Then square your pelvis with the mat. Extend your leg. Cross it behind your right leg. Put your left toes to the back, to your ankle, to rest on your heel. Bring your heel down. Inhale to a 3-limb plank. Exhale, dog. Inhale. Exhale, dog. Inhale. Uncross your leg, send your leg up to the sky, 3-legged dog. Bend your knee, step it forward. Your left knee, step it forward. Right knee to the mat. Anjaneyasana. Bring your right hands inside your left leg. Line up your hands and your feet, your foot. Take a breath. Bend, stay right here, or bend your right knee. Reach. I'm not going to do that on this side, so you can just reach for it. And maybe you'll come down onto your forearm. Come up onto straight arms, bring your foot to the mat, lift your knee away. 3-limbed downward facing dog with your leg to the sky. Step forward with your left foot, right, Uttanasana. Fly out and up and down the center line. Take a breath. I see you're still all here. I didn't lose anybody. Okay, good. So bend your knees deeply and make your way down onto the mat. I promise we're not coming up again. We're going to stay here, but we're going to do one final twisty thing. And to do the twisty thing, if you have a strap, that would be good. If you don't, I'll show you how to do it without. So if you have a strap, it goes around the back of your hips so that one end of the strap is reachable. The both ends are reachable by your front with your hands. Yeah, so it's just to be convenient. Extend your left leg and bring your right leg in. You're going to place your left hand on the mat for support. You're going to lift your right hand and reach for your left toes or your ankle or your calf, whatever is within reach. Step your right foot away from your left so you make some room, because next time you're going to stretch your arm alongside your ear and then reach all the way in with your shoulder inside your leg. Maybe now you can reach your foot or your ankle. You're still using your left hand for support. Inhale and then exhale, bend over your left leg. This is Marichyasana. Marichi was a sage. So now you're going to look up. You're going to send your right hand straight out in front of you. You're going to rotate your whole arm from the shoulder socket so that your thumb is facing down. You're going to wrap your right arm around your right leg and grab the strap. Right. You're going to send your left arm straight out in front. Rotate it so that thumb is facing down. Wrap it all the way around. Get the other end of the strap. Now, you can see me, I'm on this side, so you can look up. So in one hand, you've got one end, and the idea here is to come down as far as you can with your torso and walk your hands together. Any amount, you might only be here, but the tension gives you the feeling of the bind. So some of you may be able to make the bind with your hands, but that's why we have the strap to help us. Or if not, place one hand wherever it lands on your thigh and the other hand to your lower back. Now you're going to loosen up on the strap if you're using one and continue to rise up. You're still wrapping your arm around your right leg. And you're going to sit up, twisting to the left. Maybe you'll be using your strap. Then you're going to lift your left arm alongside your left ear and do a counter turn, twisting the opposite direction. You can do one or two things. You can bring your elbow outside, your left elbow outside your right knee, or you can wrap your arm around your knee, whichever one works. So if you go to the outside, you'll get a little bit more of a twist. But what you can also do if you're wrapping your arm is push into the mat with your right hand and use that as a kind of lever to twist a little bit more. Then you're going to come back to center, extend your right leg. Bring your left leg in. And we're just going to pause for a moment here. Right hand for support, right arm holding you up. Walk your left foot away, left arm alongside left ear. Reach inside your left knee for your foot or your ankle. Inhale, exhale, fold. Come back up. Arm reaches out straight. You're going to rotate it, thumb down, wrap your arm around your leg, get one end of the strap and then the other, and walk your fingers toward each other up the strap. You're going to let your torso down. Take 3 breaths. And then you're going to lift up to turn to the right. So you will open up your strap a little bit to make that happen. If your hands are just lying against your body, that will make it easier. Looking over your right shoulder. Right arm alongside right ear, and you're going to do a counter twist. You're going to either take your right elbow outside your left knee or wrap your right arm around your shin and twist to the left. Untwist. Wow, very twisty today. Get the strap out of the way. Hands alongside your hips and just make your way down on to the mat. If you feel to, if you wish to, send your legs up to the sky for just a moment before Shavasana, or come right into Shavasana, your choice. If you're already in Shavasana, your palms are facing upward. You're totally relaxed, your whole back body surrendering to gravity, just letting go. Om Namah Shivaya. I surrender to transformation and welcome the changes that will lead me to who I am. Take a deep breath. Begin to reawaken your body. Roll your head from side to side. Make gentle movements with your hands and your feet. Send your arms overhead, your feet away from you for a big full body stretch. Then bring your knees into your chest, hug them, and roll from side to side. Then come to center. And in honor of that beautiful full moon, roll over onto your right side to expose your moon side. That beautiful wolf moon into a fetal position. And when you're ready, make your way up to sit. And when you get there, please prepare yourself for our meditation if you're staying. So make yourself comfortable, palms of your hands on your lap, crown of your head to the heavens. You're grounded either with your seat or the soles of your feet. Close your eyes and focus on your breath, your natural breath. And bring your awareness to your heart center. And notice your heartbeat. Feel its pulsation. Take a deep breath and allow that breath to travel all the way up to the top of your head, inside your head, to your brain. Imagine those cells of oxygen regenerating every cell of your brain so that you may think more clearly. Allow your next breath to travel up to your eyes, to your third eye between your brows, so that you may see beyond what your eyes can show you. Allow your next breath to linger at your ears. So that you may listen more attentively without judgment. Feel your next breath travel through your nostrils, that cool air exchanging for warm air as you exhale, so that you may enjoy every fragrance of this earth. Let your next breath linger at your throat and your mouth. Feel it settling there, so that you may speak your mind, say what you feel with kindness. Feel your next breath wrap all the way around your neck, settling at the back of your neck to release the tension that builds up in that very spot. Feel your next breath settling on to your shoulders, as if to massage your shoulders, to ease your burdens. Let your next breath come to your heart center. Feel your heart beating once again. Feel your breath fueling your heart so that you may be more compassionate, not just to others, but to yourself as well. And feel your next breath stretching down your shoulders, down all the way to your fingertips, your arms, extensions of your throat and of your heart, so that you may express yourself even better, so that you may hold, may hug, may embrace tighter. Feel your next breath expand and inhale. Feel your belly moving towards your spine. Feel it as if it were stoking your fire, allowing it to burn, to give you courage, so you will have no hesitation to move forward and tackle every challenge that comes your way. Feel your next breath settle at the base of your spine and at your seat, to connect you with this earth, your home. So that you may be more secure, feel grounded, building a foundation. And let your next breath travel down your thighs, over your knees, down your lower leg to your feet, to your toes, extension of your hips, so that you may be more mobile. So that you may take your next step in your life's journey with ease. Allow your next breath to go to a place where you feel discomfort that needs this healing energy. Allow your breath to comfort that spot. Maybe it could be anywhere in your body, it could be your mind. Allow your breath to ease the discomfort, the dis-ease. Feel that place soften with every breath. Allow your next breath to travel back up to the top of your head, to your crown, to your spiritual connection, so that you may open up and allow the light to fill up your whole essence, your whole body, so that you may feel one with spirit, whatever spirit means to you, so that you may feel the power of your union with the divine, with your spirit. Feel your wholeness with your breath. Feel your power. Bring your hands to your heart. Bow your head. And as you lift your head, allow your eyes to gently open. Namaste. Thank you so much. So you can unmute yourself if you wish to.
I had a question about the sit-up poses.
Yeah.
Normally I don't do sit-ups, but when I do, I anchor my feet.
All right, wait 1 second, Mike.
Sure.
Okay. Now?
I normally can do sit-ups if I maybe 10 or 20 if I anchor my feet, you know,
Yeah.
somebody holding them or my ankles or with weights or
Yeah,
something.
yeah. When we're in person, I usually have partners and have
Okay,
people.
that's
Yeah, it's
normal.
easier when somebody can hold your feet, but with practice, you can do it after a while. But
Okay,
that's why I started with the gentle one, so that pretty much everybody can do that. You might not come all the way up to sit, but at least you can start to exercise your core.
yeah, I was doing crunches and like I could do a lot of crunches, but so that's what I was kind of doing, going as far as I could go up.
Yeah.
That's normal. Okay, thank
I
you.
was gonna say, it's a good thing we were muted because, well, especially the goddess sit up, I was like, you would have heard groans and groans.
Right. Yeah.
And who was that mystery man behind the camera who appeared?
Oh, that's my husband.
I know, I'm just teasing. He's like
Oh,
the man
no,
behind
yeah.
that man behind the curtain.
Yeah, that's right. The Wizard of Oz.
Yeah, I met him before there when you were in person.
Yeah, oh, that's right. Of course you know him.
Thank
He's
you.
always wearing black, the man in
It's
black.
at a point where I forget that we were ever in person. Hi, are you leaving, Nancy?
Yes, thank you again for having
Okay,
me.
thank you.
Okay,
Good.
bye-bye.
Bye.
Yeah, tell him I like his black because I always wear black too. I mean, I think it's a man thing.
Probably.
Yeah, we're not going to wear floral yoga pants probably. We could, but probably not.
So Yvonne, how'd you do?
I think I did okay. I because of my knees, I can't go down on the floor. So I modified everything, with 2 chairs.
But you were able to be on your back?
I kind of.
Kind of, okay. All right.
But I was able to do all of the poses just in modified
Okay,
positions.
great.
Yeah. I went all the way through, and yeah, I feel great. So,
Good.
Yeah.
Good.
One day I might try to get my wife Peggy to maybe do
join
the
us?
chair yoga. She's not really a member of the fellowship, but I can see what I can do. I mean, try to get her to try
I
it.
think it's okay.
Yeah, I know. That's not a problem. I don't mind. Yeah, I just, if she wants to do it, that's to get her to do it, because she has several issues, with back and shoulder and hip. So the chair yoga might be good. I think she's done it before.
Good.
So
I'd love to try your chair yoga, but I work on Tuesdays, so I
Oh.
think it's a Tuesday. So
Yeah. Well, yeah, I have the classes on YouTube.
okay,
Can you send me your email or put it in the chat?
I will do that. Yes,
And I'll
absolutely.
send you the link.
Great. Will do.
Okay, well, I'm going to leave. Thank you very much.
Okay, Mike.
It was a lot of fun today.
Don't thank you.
Today,
No.
just
It was
today.
hard. Thanks for the workout.
Okay. Oh, I see it. Okay, great. Good.
So
Great.
of course, I have to ask, what happened to your knee?
I have no idea. Well, I do have an idea. About 20 years ago, I had some surgery on that knee. And it was one of those doctor visits that you go to, and now we're all, in close enough in age for you to have experienced this. And he said to me, I was, 50 years old, and he said, it's wear and tear on your knee. And I said, I'm 50, not 80. I remember saying that. And he said, and it was no big deal, in one day and out the other. And he said that you'll probably be needing this again. And I think he thought in 10 years. So here I am 20 years later. And But I'm just self-diagnosing because it feels that way. You know, it's that uncomfortable, and I can't bend my knee and put my weight on it. Like I couldn't do child's pose, or I can't hug my knees. Right. And that's why I couldn't do that pose. I had to have Bill do it. So there. But it's so much better than it was yesterday. So I'm just taking it easy. And I'll probably get up the courage to call my doctor and go see her again. It's just, you know, I have this thing about going to places where there are sick people.
Well, and that's just it. If you can get by until
Yeah, that's what I mean. That's what I'm thinking. Yeah.
get the vaccine, which I'm hoping for 1A and 1B, hoping by end of February.
Yeah.
If you can deal with it. And the thing is, everybody over the age of 40, whether they feel it or not, has a certain amount of wear and tear on their joints, no matter.
It was just the way he said it, you know. And he was about the same age, you know. He was maybe a little younger. So Melanie, do you have a schedule yet for a shot?
No,
No.
no, and there are no appointments available because they are out of vaccine. So they basically had enough for the appointments they filled. Apparently, part of what happened here is expanding eligibility was premature because they didn't have the supplies.
Right. Yeah.
Create this insane demand instead of just leaving things alone and being able to do this more gradually. You've got people freaking out and whatnot. And then, you know, there are these stories of people having appointments and not showing up. So whether they double booked them and didn't cancel, I actually was told of 2 people that got them kind of randomly by being in the right place at the right time, because they're also not going to let them go to waste, of course. You know, so no, I honestly, with my lifestyle, there are people in greater need than I am in immediate sense.
I feel that way too, and especially with these 2 new strains that they're not sure the vaccine works on. Let's wait a while until they get the booster, the right booster, they get the right dosage or whatever.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Well,
how about you, Yvonne? Have you had?
You know, I'm on the list, but as Melanie said, my lifestyle, you know, I stay home. I work from home. I have everything delivered. I'm in a bubble with my daughter who's in the next town over. That's the only place I go is to my daughter's house. So, you know, I'd love to get it, but I know there are people who need it a lot, you know, more seriously than I do.
I mean,
aren't you in 1A, Lori? You're not in 1A with the.
Yes, I'm in 1A.
Yeah.
Because of not because of the heart, but because of the
immune system. Yeah.
And yet still have it. And then resign. I won't say who it is, but had small group last night, and somebody who lives next to a nurse, and the nurse said we have an extra dose and brought it home for her.
Wow.
Which I'm trying not to be resentful about. But I need to go. I've got a phone meeting
Okay.
But thank you very much. I need to do the Tuesday or Monday night and this one more because my core is, I can feel it down in here. I kind of tweaked the right side at one point in there, but need to do these more. So I'll look for it on YouTube.
All right.
Bye, everybody.
All right. Bye.
Bye-bye. Rosemary, thank you so much. I appreciate you letting me join in.
Thank you.
Bye. Have a great day.